What's up, everybody? And before we get going, we got to give a huge shout out to our Patreon subscribers. You guys make this engine run, the podcast run. Huge shout out to Tony, Starla, Sam, Luke, Jacob, Tyler, and our newest Patreon member, Jeff. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. It means the world to Luke and I. We appreciate you guys so much. Episode 160 is about to get underway, guys. We are talking about, Carol's buying stock, UPS stock, actually, in fact, and a lot of it. Also, the buyout deadline got extended. We got corporate communications coming in now this week, all of a sudden out of nowhere, dropping bombs. The Teamsters using my video when I burned up the when I lit the buyout papers on fire. Yeah, I mean, we got quite a few things to talk about. So, guys, episode 160. Here we go. We got to this one address. I said, this one goes around back. He went around back, boom, drove off, left them right at the stop.
That was after getting hit by a car.
You got hit by a car?
I ended up drinking 24 Bud Lights in about 48 minutes. Drunken nomad stumbles out in the road and he hit me going 30 miles an hour.
What's up, everybody, and thank you for joining us tonight on this episode of All in the Delivery. This is episode 160. Oh boy, we got quite a few fun things to talk about, but before we get going to that, let's give a huge shout out. I feel like
we already did that,
not?
Brother.
Let's give a huge shout out though to our co-host, shall we? Down in West by God, Virginia.
Fuck.
Come here, let me see you, Luke. How are you, buddy?
God, I was just still stumbling because I'm still mind blown. We're on Instagram Live right now as this episode's being recorded. But to everybody tuning in, listening in, if it's Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, I hope you're all having a good week. But I had a great finish, dude. I feel like these last few episodes, the opening, I'm just been like, I'm fucking crawling to the finish line, just feeling like a beat down piece of shit, and. Yeah, this week was good, and part of that was because I didn't work a full week. Normally Thursday when has normally been my heaviest day here in recent months, and as you've been on the phone with me plenty of times, it's a bulk pickup, and it's at the end. It's like at 5-ish p.m. and it fills up the truck, and if there's stuff like it's all air. And even if it wasn't, there's so much of it that I have to get rid of it, unless I literally have like 4 or 5 stops. I'm pretty much I got to go dump it. So I missed that day because they called me and asked if I wanted a layoff day, as we call them. I've heard a lot of other drivers in different areas call them different. I think we call them layoff days here, so you don't burn a PTO day, but you don't get paid for it. And then I worked Friday, and it wasn't, it was about a normal day, just about 9.5, and it was like 75 degrees, which was fucking awesome because it's been hot as hell. So yeah, dude, I do not feel like I've went 12 rounds with Mike Tyson this week, so finally I feel like I can give a positive response to how the week's been. But yeah, I'm doing good, brother.
Good, man. Yeah, it cooled off about halfway through the week this past week, dude. I mean, we only had highs in like the low 70s compared to what it was last week, like 95 and humid, and real feels were like a little over 100. But dude, love the cooler weather, man. It reminds me of what's coming here for fall. So
I don't have the live up right now, but I'm sure I'm sure Brad's mocking. Brad's right now, or any warmer climate.
How hot is it down there, Brad?
Any warmer climate person's probably like, I feel like it. But we all have our we all have our tussles, like Dave just said. Excuse me. We know what's coming, and that's what I tried to tell myself for like these last 3 weeks. Is like January was rough, and but by the end of it, I was like, fuck it. I don't even care. I'd rather put chains on and try to deliver. But that's the thing. Like that is going to be like on my route with pickups and things like that. When the weather's bad like that, even if I put chains on it and would be able to deliver certain places, you slow down so much that you almost have no choice but to EC it anyway. But
yeah,
I'm not going to talk about winter shit when we're just finishing or we're just starting August. So we'll leave that for another fucking day.
Yeah, this is a tough look for me tonight, man. I can see I got a little sunburn on my nose. We went to the fair today. I'm all red and shit from my sunglasses tan now. I think I got going on over my face.
So let's go ahead, because a lot of the listeners are parents, and rather your kids are grown or whatever. I have to ask because how did last night go? And go ahead and
to put a little context to this is so last night was the first time my wife and I were kidless in like 6.5 years. Like, both my boys were old enough and both boys were like, I want to spend the night at like my mother-in-law. They call her Yaya because obviously the whole Greek side of that family. And so they wanted to spend the night at Yaya's house. And my wife was like, yeah, sure. And then I get a phone call Friday. I'm still out delivering. And my wife's just like, so I sent the kids to my mom's tonight. And, we'll be kidless tonight. And I was like, what? Like, are you going to be good? Like, I'm more worried about you. I know the kids will be fine. But, like, I'm more worried about you. Like, you got to handle this well? But no, it was nice. But, like, it's so funny, though, because, so, like, we do certain things, I think, as parents, like after the kids go to sleep, and whether it be like cleaning up the house, cleaning up their messes or whatever, or doing the dishes or whatever it may be. And my son's room, my youngest, Grant, his room borders the kitchen. So like there was times when like I was like cleaning up some stuff, or like maybe I went into the cabinet for like a late night snack, and like I'm still closing the cabinet slowly, like trying not to be loud, thinking in my head just out of, muscle memory, like they're there sleeping, but they're really not, and I'm still like doing things quietly when I don't have to be.
Right.
Like it was like that part was weird, but I mean it was it was good. The missus and I got to sleep in a little bit longer today, and no kids coming running in there, and all of that stuff. So,
dude, and I'm only because Willow just turned 3, about a little over a month ago. So I'm kind of like, I'm way behind you as far as being kidless. But it's so funny because that's what made me laugh, because I thought the other day when I came home on my break, when I'm able to come home sometimes. And she was across the street at Ashley's aunt and uncle's, and I like didn't realize it. Like I'm sitting on the couch, and I'm like kind of like talking low because I'm like just so because I kept thinking she was just napping. And then I was like, oh fuck, she's not here, and it's just like God, yeah, man, that shit's wired in your brain. So there's really, yeah, dude,
True.
It's but that's no, that's I wanted to. That's good. You got to sleep in a little bit, man. That's
yeah.
That's something that when they're younger, man, you forget what that's like. So
True.
it's but good deal.
Yeah, dude. So, but I mean, today the Ulster County Fair was in town, so we went to the fair, which spent a few hours there, and the fair, those fairgrounds were on the route that I used to have in New Paltz before. Somebody bid over me on that one when the route bids came around. So I haven't been out there in like 2.5 years probably now. But dude, like as soon as I'm like driving over like into that area, like where my route was that I was on for 6.5 years, like, dude, I fucking miss it. Like, I miss it. And I saw people that, like, I haven't seen in forever, like, that are, the customers out there and all that. And that's just like, God damn it. But I'll tell you what, though, for being out of that place for 2.5 years, as my wife said to me earlier, she's like, man, you still got it. And I was like, what is that supposed to mean? Well, I got hooked up with fare tickets from the customers that I used to deliver to 2.5 years ago. You know what I mean? So it's just like,
dude,
I love it. Love love those people out there.
I mean, yeah, dude. When you have that amount of time with people out there in a certain area, it's like, dude, and that's the thing, like, because my route is close to where I live, and eventually one of these days I'll probably leave, just for labor purposes alone, to get a easier route, or a light route, country routes as we call them here. Yeah, dude, when you see people, and that's what's kind of happened to me now with people that I'll kind of run into from Morgantown that I don't deliver to anymore. Like that, like last fall when I covered on a Saturday and went up there on move-in weekend, which is a big fucking mistake. But it seeing I mean, a lot of people were gone. I didn't realize, like, because I'd left there right pretty much when COVID had started. Like the 14-day to flatten the curve part of COVID, I was just like, we bid our routes in March, and in April I was where I am now. So
14-day flatten the curve.
Yeah, that went south, didn't it?
Yeah,
but
some would say.
Fuck.
But I will say that it was fucking crazy, because the traffic up there was always so bad because how much the university grew, and like just the way it was set up. It just was always backed up, and that was so wild, because to be up there during that, because people actually like, there was nobody. It was weird, man. Like, I was just driving through stoplights, and then it was like once it was after the 2 weeks, and people, like, it was like a trickle effect. And as a delivery person, when there's no traffic, it's fucking amazing. You don't have to deal with anything. So for us, it was great. And I can remember, I just not to divulge too much into this. We're fucking 5 years removed to it, but I could remember when they started trickling back on the road after the 14-day to flatten the curve part. And I went, "Fuck, man, that was nice." I said, "Okay, because I was like, I was wondering when that would happen, and man, it was nice while it lasted."
Yeah, it's true. But
the no traffic part, I mean.
Oh yeah. I know. Crazy times. But where to start, dude? I mean, let's talk about the deadline getting extended.
Okay.
Let's just get the buyout stuff out of the way. We've been talking about it for the past few weeks now, since we heard about it, and then we began to find more information about it, and here we still are talking about it because it got extended. And what I've been reading online was that certain buildings at the PCMs, they were telling the drivers at the PCMs, they said it got extended because of high interest.
Okay.
But, tell me if I'm wrong, but I do believe UPS said there's limited spots and they'll be going by seniority order. So why would you extend it if it's high interest? If they're going by limited spots,
I'll tell
there'd
you,
be no reason to extend it.
I'll tell you, there's one thing we know.
Spots.
What's one thing we've learned in our time, man? They won't admit
They
the
just
fault.
love to sprinkle.
They won't
BS.
admit fault until the bitter end. They won't say. Yeah, they won't say, yeah, we didn't get the turnout we needed. Because high interest, my ass, dude. They had this set in place, and they were probably ready. Like, how much time do you need? You had fucking 2 weeks. Now another 2 weeks is going to make that big of a difference. I don't.
It's because of low interest. and they're giving people more time to decide or something. Like,
you know what's going to be hilarious? What if the people that decided to take it decide not to take it in 2 weeks, and they're like, no, never mind, I want to get back to work, and they even lose more people. I don't know. God. They probably have got them locked in now for the people.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like when they said, like, I think it said like when you hit submit, like that's it. Like there's no turning back.
I didn't even fucking go.
You didn't read it?
I looked at nothing. I looked at the pay. I mean, I knew what the numbers were, and I knew I wasn't going to do it. Yeah. And dude. And what's funny is the low interest, high interest, whatever. There was one thing, you know, all you kept hearing was layoffs. We've been talking about that too with the TikTok trolls. And this is how we can probably leapfrog right into what is a very hot topic for at least this evening. It was funny because at the beginning of this week, and I ended up making I made a video on the podcast page, on the TikTok page. I gave one to the trolls on this, and it's kind of funny because of the information that Dave sent me today talking about this, because I don't know the exact, our quarterly earnings statement was, the profit was 1.21 billion. And I know the last quarter it was 1.19 billion. So we did better this quarter than last. But of something that was barely, like a projection they barely made, or something they must have fell short on, made the fucking stock fucking hit. In one day it made the stock go down like almost, it went over 10%, and it hasn't gone that low in a single day in over 5 years. So I kind of laughed. I thought, man, I told Dave, I was like, the trolls are going to eat this shit up. And so I ended up making a video kind of like fucking say, here you go, have at it if you want. Because I knew nothing was going to be, the stock market is what it is. It goes up and down, but like, and it did significantly go down this week. It went down probably almost $20 per share than what it was. I think it was like 103, 104, and it was down to 85, I think, at the end of this week. And but anyway, you know, Dave sends me this gem of a screenshot of that. Well, first, I guess before we get into that, let's talk about the stock bonus that she and the higher ups,
some higher management somewhere.
Because before this information came out, I was telling Dave, I was kind of laughing when we were talking on the phone this week, because the stock was going down, and they got these stock buyouts, or stock, whatever they are, not buyouts. It was a bonus, yeah. And hers was $2 million, and I think it was $1 million for a couple of the people below her, I guess, is what the...
Yeah, it was 1.1 and 1.28 million in bonuses.
For the other management?
Yep.
For the other people, okay.
Yep. The other executives.
So I kind of laughed at that, like, man, getting a nice ass stock bonus in the week that, stock takes a huge shit. And
yeah.
So then Dave sends me this picture to me, or it's a tweet, a screenshot of this, or no, sorry, Reddit, apologize. And this is where I'm not, because I've always said I want to tread lightly, because she intimidates me, because I think Carol, seems like somebody you don't want to fuck with. So I'm always like, I don't know if this is open market that she's putting this kind of shit in, because I don't know how the CEOs of companies work, how their stock shit goes. I have no fucking clue. I know they get a certain amount through I don't know how any of it works. But if this is open market shit, this is wild. So recent insider buying activity at UPS includes notable stock purchase by CEO Carol Tomei and Director William R. Johnson around late July and early August 2025. Carol Tomei acquired 11,682 shares on August 1st, 2025 at an average price of $85.67 per share for a total transaction of $1,796.94. This purchase increased her direct ownership to 24,718 shares valued at 2.1 mil, or wait, no. That's 2.1 million to representing 89. She's got an 89.61 increase in her holding. If you're wondering if you should buy UPS stocks while the prices are low, ask our CEO. That's the comment afterwards. So she took half of her bonus and just put it right and bought
right in the UPS stock.
Right at 11,500. Yeah. So I would say this is the thing. You can't really
know something.
You could say that, and I'm not disagreeing. But she knows the plan of what they're trying to direction they're heading on. She's essentially, I mean, if she's betting on her plan or betting on herself or whatever, but dude, she's got 24 fucking, she's got, I did that before we started recording the episode. Just the dividend earnings of that purchase right there alone is over $76,000 a year. So that's a big, dude, if that's open market, that's just fucking crazy. Yeah. I would say UPS is going to be if it's me, and this is the thing, you wonder, there must be different financial advisors for these kind of people, because we can talk to financial advisors and there's somebody like Carol just dropping $1 million to fucking put 11. So you know what I mean? Their whole, it'd have to be a completely different. But if it was me, I would probably still wait another few days to see what it does on Monday. But this is the thing. I followed it all week because I was kind of curious. Friday, it didn't go down nearly as much as it had the previous days. So It kind of leveled. And yeah. Now, if this shit shoots up straight up in the fucking air on Monday and we're up to $120 per share again with some huge announcement, then we can be like, but
yeah,
for now, exactly. I would say, it's probably a safe bet to say she's got knows something. So yeah, I would buy UPS if I had some money expendable to fucking put in. I would wait till midweek and see how much more it went down, and then I would I don't know. I'd still kind of wait because I think it's not. I don't know what it is. They have this. They think us cutting ties with Amazon is just going to fucking be that. I don't know. What the fuck they got up to sleep, but that is very interesting though.
But it's an interesting, yes, it's a little interesting tidbit there. Yeah. I don't even know where to go from there.
Because it's just
it's crazy. It's crazy times right now.
Yeah, that's kind of I just feel like, where we can go from that. And this isn't even anything. This is just there are CEOs of corporations. There are people in corporate America that make a fuck ton of money. She's not the only one, but to that level, I just to go back to how it amazes me, and I wanted to bring this up last week, but when we were talking, when we refer to the TikTok troll stuff, there's one lesson that kind of was revived that I've talked about before in the contract years when we went on YouTube, when we were in the middle of the hiatus, when we weren't recording the episodes or anything. Mm-hmm. It is. And it's not towards the people talking shit to us, and it's not to the people taking up on our side. It has nothing to do really with that. I mean, we're what's getting argued about in the moment is a video of ours, but it's not just us. This is just in general speaking of stuff like us. If other drivers posting shit, or not even with drivers in general, just anybody, but we as society are so fucking programmed to fight amongst each other about what we are fucking deserve or what we don't deserve, when it might be $50,000 or it might be $100,000 or it's $110,000 or $80,000 or even fucking $200,000, whatever it is. It's like we'll argue about shit like that constantly, and then if you just take a step back, like I'm not even saying like us revolutionize the system or anything. I'm just saying we shouldn't be fucking fighting with each other about that shit.
Exactly.
Because neither one of us is fucking buying 11,682 fucking shares of UPS stock on a whim on a day. So I mean, yeah, it's crazy because that doesn't get that just nobody will, you know, you don't, if it's just it hasn't. I don't know if that'll ever change, but damn, dude, it is ingrained in society's heads. But yeah, I'll throw that tidbit in there because I've been meaning to say that again.
Nah, that's fine, man. Yeah. So, buyout period got extended. Stocks are plummeting. What's going on?
12-hour. People are still getting slammed though and working. Like, that's the thing, is people are still working. Like, fucking, we had Nate on the phone the other day, and all I heard him say, it was the first time I'd heard from him in a while, and all he said was just like, oh, I've been working 12-hour days. I was like, well, fuck. You know, there's I hadn't heard, like, I'd been hearing the fucking like volume's going to drop, routes are going to get cut. You hear all this shit, and then you hear from somebody have work fuck 12-hour days. Like, yeah, that sounds about right. Sorry, Nate. I don't want you working 12-hour days all the time, but no. I needed to hear it at the time because it just was a good reminder.
Of course. Yeah.
Let me fucking say, with your video though, the Teamsters did use your video on their social media pages.
Yeah, they had they've been using a bunch of different ones from different drivers all over the place talking about the buyouts and all that. I know mine was a little extreme. Maybe I think it was lighting it on fire and burning the piece of paper, but
I think it was well thought out and articulate myself. But
yes, but you know, they ended up using that one and reposted it, and you know, next thing you know, we're getting them DMs and saying like, "Hey, look what Teamsters posted," and it's the video from me burning the buyout. But I mean, it's, you know, 18. I was talking. Listen. There's a woman who works at the beer store that's right up the road from me up here. And I never knew this, but, you know, I go in there to get drinks, whatever, like every once in a while, twice a month maybe. But anyways, so I always see her. And, you know, after work this past Friday, I go up there for her, you know, to grab myself with some drinks. And she starts talking to me about the buyout. And, like, I was, like, curious, like, how I mean, obviously it's in the news, but, like, you know, nobody really has ever, outside of UPS, really has ever like mentioned it to me to make like that big of a thing. But it comes to find out that her dad and her uncle are both retired UPS drivers, and I never knew that.
No shit.
So because of that, you know, her dad and her uncle are still, you know, kind of in the know with what's going on, obviously, with this company. And so she starts talking to me about it, and you know, I mean, this goes back to me burning it, but I mean, even she said it was like $1,800 per year of service. That's a slap in the face. You know, you know what I mean? Like $1,800. Like I said in the video, we $1,800. I didn't say this exactly, but we make $1,800 in like a week and a half. Maybe even a week in some places. Some people.
You work enough hours.
If you've been here long enough.
Bite.
And if you work long enough, you can make $1,800 in a week. $1,800 per year of service. Get out of here with that, you know? That's
fuck.
I always
that's
I just think of that. I think of Randy Quaid, one of the I forget one of the whatever vacation movies. Just buy yourself something real nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's dude. So and multiply that by what did it say? Fucking. Did it say? What did they say? Like 20 years of service or something like that will get you. It's just we make that much in like half a year, and they want to buy out your entire career.
Yeah, like
for what you make in less than a year.
And that's I think what the I think if it all falls to shit, then so be it, man. Like I'm willing to fucking take the risk if you want to call. I mean, that's the thing that I'm not close to retiring. You're not close to retiring. There's a lot of people it's just like to say it again, I enjoy what I do. If the job, breaking it down from how, there's days when you get fucked. There's days when you
True.
might not be as bad as some people around you. There are times like the shit behind the scenes, that can go bad, that can be good. It's whatever. I know different places it can be different everywhere, but just, I don't mind doing. I mean, there's a lot of times where I like, when it's hot as fuck outside or where it's snowing, and there's a lot of times that I do like what I do. And aside from, with what we make and stuff, that obviously is a big reason why I do it. But I actually that's what I'm willing to stick around for, to see what, you know what I mean? Like, God, like just what we have left on the contract. I said that either last week or the week before is worth more than, I mean, the only thing that would make it it wouldn't be worth more, but the only thing, say hypothetically, we did shut down in 2 years, you wouldn't have a lump sum of money, but you still would have made way more money than what your lump sum was after fucking taxes. So yeah, I'm willing to take that risk.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly, dude.
We didn't talk about it, and I put it up there fucking early up top in the dock. So I've been keeping this up as episodes go on, and the season has gone. I don't know where we're at in your softball season, but I put it in here, and I keep bringing it up, dude, because we got to at least be along with it now. We've talked about it enough that we have to. When it gets like playoff time, then we can really, really fucking. But we got to go ahead and just give a lead up. You had a statement win. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, so my softball team lost like 3 in a row. All right, we were going through a rough stretch, if you will, and we were 8-1, and then we lost 3 in a row, and so that put us at 8-4. But this past week, we ended up getting the job done in a big way. So now that makes us 9-4. I think we're tied for like second place. But anyways, there's only like 2 more games left in the season, and then it'll be playoffs. But I mean, going 3 losses in a row, like when we do win again, it was going to be a no doubt. And I mean, we unleashed on these guys. The mercy rule got called in the top of the fourth, where the score was 20-8, I think. And we ended up putting up the 10-run rule on them early, and that was needed, much needed, to get back into winning ways. But playoffs are coming, and that's when it's going to be absolutely insane.
How many more games you got left of the regular season? Oh, shit. So, damn, we're right there.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that's why I'm telling you, I want to get those Meta glasses, those fucking Ray-Ban Meta glasses, and I want to, live stream my softball games from my glasses as I'm out there pitching.
I tell you, it's fucking crazy what 2025 we can do, man. But that'd be sick. Would be pretty rad to see that. Then, when you said Meta glasses, I started thinking about it. I was like, God, that's what I need to do. Because there's been times where I'm like, I wish I had
even
a
for
fucking
work?
GoPro in my head. Yes.
Yeah.
There was, I saw a dude driving a forklift down a fucking 55-mile-per-hour road going pretty fast. I mean, he wasn't going 55.
Downhill?
It was flat, but I was kind of like, God, why can't I was sitting there and I almost grabbed my phone and just started. I was like, wait, I can't do, what am I going to do? Post a video of me driving in a UPS truck recording a fucking guy while I'm driving,
in a forklift.
Yeah, in a forklift. That would be that wouldn't go over well.
No, that wouldn't go down too well. No.
But no, there are times, man. There are times stuff just happens too quick that I don't know if I'd be able to wear them. I don't know if I'd be able to keep those things on my face or wear that on my head all day, though. I know
that'd be rough. That'd be rough. But yeah. Anyways, I mean, it's good though. We are back. We are back on the winning ways. So, do you want to get into the question of the week?
Let's go ahead and get into the question of the week.
All right. But first, let's hear a word from our sponsors. And we're back with the question of the week. Here I love your smirk, Luke.
Dude, it hasn't gotten old. It hadn't gotten old yet.
The question of the week. We didn't have many. I really expected more because I feel like what we do, we hear a lot of the whispers that goes on around neighborhoods and stuff. But it's okay. I understand if you guys don't want to share them. It may be private.
People don't want to narc, man.
Yeah,
I get it.
But this question of the week was because of. Actually, I thought of it because of Luke. The one time I was on the phone with Luke and we were out there delivering, and his customer just went off on Luke about the drama going on, about some people in her life, and I was like, man. Luke was like, yo, did you hear that? I was like,
damn,
yeah, I heard
man.
some of it,
yeah.
But it was crazy. So
that was a 3-minute hurricane, man.
So this was inspired by Luke's actually, it actually happened as we were on the phone. I was like, dude, that'd be a fun question of the week. So let's hear it, shall we? The question of the week this week is, what's the best tea a customer has spilled? Maybe people didn't understand when I said tea. Maybe I should have worded it differently. Like, what the fuck? Customer spilling tea over you? But this one here is from PNW Ups. Man, it says, about 10 years ago, we had a driver go out on his new route in the country. The first day, he walks up to a door, and a guy answered and put a gun in his face.
Chew.
The dude starts asking what his name is, and our driver just says a random name and finally gets away. Later that day, another guy asks if he is X and says if he ever shows his face in town again, he won't be leaving alive. Come to find out, a few weeks later, the former driver on the route had parked a camper on the back lot of a business and had been banging 5 different married women. It's like an episode of South Park. This is like the episode of South Park. One husband drove by and saw her car parked there, waited and saw her leave. Apparently, he told a friend later, and that friend had also caught his wife cheating with our driver. The driver was tipped off and dropped his retirement route to be a cut driver.
Good God. This fucking guy. This
Hold
is
on.
why.
Fuck.
dude, this is exactly this is exactly why fucking RJ's
shit.
this is why RJ's grandfather had that fucking because this is why I think it was RJ's grandfather didn't want his daughter dating or marrying an EPS man, because he had him followed or something? Didn't he have somebody follow him on his route to make sure he wasn't fucking around or something?
Right.
Like, it's because of fucking these motherfuckers. That was damn it. That was back in the 70s for in RJ's family. So this
man,
Jesus,
that is wild.
Dude was busy. My God,
I wasn't expecting that. Jesus Christ. I mean, that's what I was looking for, but I wasn't expecting those stories.
I mean, I wonder if that dude, he had to drop it because he was going to get his fucking head blown off.
He was going to get shot.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I got no words for that.
He
parked his camper in the town he delivered in. That is wild.
You imagine when he parked that thing and set it up the first time? He's like, well, this is going to get a lot of use. They're telling him, like, dude, you only have to take. He's probably taking fucking 2 hours break. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God.
Oh, boy. Man,
that's fucking nuts.
That's some tea.
That's is some tea.
This one here is from Amanthos. Says, they found out he didn't have a crush on the one girl, but was boinking many girls from his route in the back.
God, there's another one. RJ's grandfather fucking intuition back in the day.
Why is it all about sex, though? Like, I don't know. I was thinking, like, you know, this neighbor hates this neighbor, you know, and they're beefing because of something.
The tea I got was just good old fashioned hatred towards people. Dave heard that, but I can't.
Right?
But fucking, yeah, man. I mean, if we're gonna get into fucking banging stories, I'll have it because this is a tea episode. And this driver's been retired for a while, but I don't know if anybody from the build. I don't know if Brian, if you hear this, you'll be able to tell me the exact story. I'm sure there'd be a couple people from my building, if they heard this, they would know. But this has been a while ago. So this was, I mean, anybody that's relatively new within like 10-ish years wouldn't have any clue about this. But
yeah.
It was kind of the same situation. I don't know the details of it, and I don't really want to fucking, because I do know who the driver is, and I always got along with him. I got nothing fucking bad to say about the guy, but yeah, he I don't know if this was, it was a. I don't know if like there was a misunderstanding or if he took. I don't know. This is the part I can't remember. I think it was him. There was either him or another driver that was doing the bad deed, or maybe both of them were. For all I fucking know, they probably both were. But the one, yeah, he was in his truck, and I think that woman's husband fucking. Beat on the fucking door of the UPS truck, waiting for him to come out, and he fucking had to hide in there. Not just hide in the cargo area. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. I don't know exactly what got. I mean, it obviously didn't go too south because the guy's still with us. But yeah, that happened. God, Jesus, thinking about that now, that was right when I fucking first, so yeah, that's been like 18 years ago, because that was like right when I first came around, and I heard that, I was like, fuck. But go ahead, man.
No, like I feel like, like mostly from like what I hear is usually just like I was saying, this neighbor hates this neighbor. They're beefing because the fence is too far over on the one side of the yard and on somebody else on their property or something, like that's usually like the type of like nonsense I hear. But man, there's so many.
I feel like
ones.
I've always said too, like back in the day, like it was different. I don't know, dude putting a camper in town where he delivers, that's fucking next level debauchery. Jesus, that guy deserved to get fucking ran out of town, because that's fucked up. Like, because that's
fucked up.
Because it's like, with the way it is now. I mean, we got GPS in the truck or like you can't just like back in
parks
the day,
it like a fucking
it's like Jesus, that's really going out of your way to make it look kind of chill. Like you're actually taking, like, that's fucking that's schemy, man. That's fucking.
But was
schemy.
he going there like on the clock?
Was that?
Or was he punching out? And
he
then
was
going
probably
over there?
punching. This is if he had a camper there, he probably fucking parked the GPS truck in a parking lot not far from it and just fucking left his punched out and walked to it. That's probably what he did. Because then he could say he was on fucking break, and he was technically. Just was in a camper fucking banging married women and getting fucking dude, like
it's wild,
that's just
bro.
that it's just like shit like that around here, man, can get you fucking killed. I mean, I can get you killed anywhere, but like I mean, I know a store, dude, when I was growing up, there was a family in town that fucking happened. There was a dad, their dad was cheating with this fucking, and fucking husband shot him, and the dude didn't even go to jail. Didn't even get fucking, I don't even think the guy got probation. Like, I don't think like he admitted it. I don't remember. I was really young, but I know the dude didn't go to prison or anything. And like, they were like, it shouldn't have been fucking, dude was cheating on it. And they fucking, like that, I mean, dude, that would get you fucking, that'd get you fucking taken out, man.
Yeah. So, anyways, thank you for that one.
I mean, those were the only two answers we had, weren't they? And they were both just fucking
I'll go with something a little
degenerates.
bit more easier. I'll lay off the gas pedal a little bit here, guys.
Yeah, there we go.
So, stay tuned for next week's question of the week. I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up, though. So, thank you guys for joining us, everybody on the Instagram chat. Somebody says they're shopping for a camper as we speak. Thank you guys.
Don't let us fucking, they're going to be like on the delivery. Whoever's shopping for a camper. Who said that? Who fucking said that? I want to know if it was somebody we know and say they're fucking with us. If somebody's shopping for a camper, they'll end up getting fucking, if they're married or not married, something will happen and then we'll get blamed for it. So I'll be like, we got the idea from the on the delivery. pull the camper where he delivered. That is fucking my God, that dude was going the extra mile. If he was willing to work that hard, man, I bet he was a runner. I bet he burned that fucking route up, man.
Oh, probably mailboxes, everything. No. Anyways, guys, thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in here on the Instagram. Like I said, the first time we went live on Instagram. I think we'll do it again. Maybe we'll do YouTube and Instagram both at the same time. I'll see if that's possible. Pretty sure it is. So we'll figure it out. Thank you so much for joining us. Come join the Patreon family if you'd like. Patreon.com/AITDpod. Or if you'd like to join for free to the Discord, come join the Discord family. We're having a lot of fun in there. The episode, it would be in the episode description here in the show notes. You guys can find both links there. Click it. Come join us. Come hang out. Come throw $1 at our face. No, but enough of that. Guys, thank you so much. We appreciate you all. Continue telling your friends about us. Continue telling your coworkers about us. It's nothing but up from here. I am Dave, my co-host Luke. Everybody be safe out there. We'll see you all next week.
Later, everybody.